Listen to me, you have one life, just one. No do-overs, no second chances, no rewind button. And every second that passes, every breath you take, is time that will never come back. The question is, what are you doing with your chance? Most people go through life asleep. They wake up, go to work, complain about everything, and wait for the weekend like that's the only time they're alive. They live small, they dream small, and then they wonder why life feels empty. But life isn't meant to be lived in survival mode. It's meant to be experienced, fought for, and cherished. You have one heart, one purpose, one chance to make something out of your story. So don't waste it waiting for someday, because someday is not on the calendar. Someday never comes. You either start today, or you'll wake up one day realizing that your chance is gone. You have no idea how much potential lies within you. You have no clue what you're capable of until life pushes you to the edge. But most people never get there because they quit too early. They stop believing. They listen to fear, to doubt, to people who tell them, you can't do it. And the sad truth is, they're not really afraid of failure, they're afraid of success. Because success means you have to change. You have to grow. You have to let go of who you were, and that's uncomfortable. But growth always feels like pain before it feels like power. You have to be willing to fail, to fall, to look foolish, and still get back up. Because life rewards the ones who dare, the ones who refuse to let fear write their story, the ones who say, I don't know how, but I'm going to find a way. You've got to understand. Life isn't about how long you live, it's about how deeply you live. Some people live 80 years and never truly live one day. Others live 10 years on fire, chasing purpose, chasing passion, making every moment count, and leave a legacy that never dies. Which one will you be? Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting for approval. Stop waiting for the stars to align. The perfect time is now. The right moment is this one. Every dream you've ever had, every goal you've ever imagined, they all depend on one thing, your decision to act. Maybe you've been broken. Maybe life hasn't been fair. Maybe you've lost things that can never be replaced. But listen, that's not the end of your story. That's the beginning of your fight. Pain can either destroy you or define you. You choose which one it will be. Every setback is a setup for a stronger comeback if you refuse to give up. One life. One chance, that's all you get. Make it count. Love hard. Forgive often. Take risks. Chase your dreams like your life depends on it, because it does. Don't die with your potential still inside you. Don't leave this world wondering what could have been. You were born to do something that matters. You were created to impact lives, to bring light where there's darkness, to rise every time you fall. Don't waste your story. Don't let fear steal your chance. So, when you wake up tomorrow, remember this, you have one life. And that's more than enough. Because with one life and one chance, you can change everything. ChatGPT said, turn pain into power and purpose. That's one of the greatest lessons life can ever teach you. Every single person on this earth faces pain, heartbreak, and disappointment. It's the one thing that connects us all. You can't escape it. You can't avoid it, but you can transform it. You can decide that the pain you've gone through won't define you. It will refine you. Pain is a powerful teacher. It humbles you, sharpens you, and reveals who you really are when life strips everything else away. When everything seems to be falling apart, pain shows you what's left standing inside you. It forces you to dig deep to find strength you never knew existed. The truth is, the people who become the strongest are not those who've had an easy life, but those who've been through storms and refused to drown. When life hurts, it's easy to ask, why me? But instead, ask, what is this trying to teach me? Because pain is not a punishment, it's preparation. It's preparing you for the next chapter, the next level, the next blessing. You can't build emotional strength in comfort. Growth only happens when something challenges you, when you are stretched beyond what feels safe. The pain you feel today could be the very thing that pushes you to become the person you were always meant to be. Most people run from pain. They distract themselves, numb themselves, or pretend it doesn't exist. But healing doesn't come from hiding. It comes from facing it head on. It comes from saying, yes, this hurt me, but I won't let it control me. Pain is not your enemy, it's a messenger. It tells you something needs to change. Your mindset, your habits, your direction, maybe even your entire life. When you start seeing pain as a teacher instead of a curse, your entire perspective shifts. The heartbreak that shattered you could be the reason you learn to love yourself more deeply. The failure that embarrassed you could be the reason you become more disciplined and focused. The rejection that crushed you could be the reason you find your true path. Every wound carries a wisdom inside it if you're willing to look for it. You see, strength is not built in moments of comfort. Strength is built when you're tired, when you're hurting, when you feel like giving up but choose to keep going anyway. Every tear, every setback, every disappointment is shaping you. It's chiseling away the weakness, carving out the warrior inside you. Pain is the fire that forges greatness. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Gold is purified by fire, and your soul becomes stronger through suffering. But there's something even greater than power: purpose. Because when you turn your pain into purpose, it no longer controls you, it empowers you. Your pain becomes a gift, not just for you, but for others. The same wounds that once made you cry can later become the reason someone else survives. You can use your story to lift others, to inspire, to heal. That's when pain transforms into purpose. Think about it. Every great leader, every visionary, every world changer has walked through pain. They didn't let it destroy them, they let it drive them. They used their scars as proof that survival is possible. They didn't stay victims of their story, they became victors because of it. And you can do the same. Whatever broke you, whatever disappointed you, whatever left you feeling empty, let it be the fuel for your future. Don't waste your pain by holding on to bitterness. Don't bury it with anger or regret. Channel it into something meaningful. Write that book. Start that business. Help that person who's walking the same dark road you once did. Turn your scars into your message. You were not meant to live a life of suffering, but you were meant to learn from it. The pain you've endured has built your empathy, your strength, and your understanding of what truly matters. One day, you'll look back and realize that the moments you thought were breaking you were actually building you. They were aligning you with your purpose. Life is full of unexpected turns, heartbreaks, and struggles. But remember this: pain is temporary and power is eternal. What you do with your pain determines who you become. You can stay stuck in it, or you can rise from it. You can let it close your heart, or you can let it open your eyes. The choice is yours. So don't run from your pain. Face it, feel it, and then use it. Use it to grow, to help, to build, to shine. Because when you learn to turn pain into power and purpose, nothing, absolutely nothing, can break you again. You become unstoppable, unshackable, and unbreakable. Growth requires courage and discomfort, because nothing worth having comes easily. Every meaningful change in your life will demand that you step outside the familiar and face the unknown. Most people want to grow, but they want it to be painless, predictable, and convenient. They want success without sacrifice, progress without pressure, and confidence without fear. But that's not how life works. True growth begins when you walk straight into discomfort and refuse to run from it. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the decision to move forward despite it. It's standing in the middle of uncertainty and saying, I'm going to do this anyway. Every great person who has achieved something remarkable has walked through fear and doubt. They felt it, but they didn't let it stop them. Courage is what transforms fear into fuel. It's what separates those who dream from those who do. You cannot rise without first daring to take that first uncomfortable step. Discomfort is life's greatest teacher. The moments that break you down are the same moments that build your character. When life challenges you, it's not punishing you, it's preparing you. Every obstacle, every failure, every rejection you face is a test of your strength and persistence. The people who grow the most are not the ones who avoid pain, but the ones who embrace it and learn from it. Pain exposes your weaknesses so you can turn them into power. Discomfort forces you to adapt, to evolve, to become more than you were yesterday. When you stay in your comfort zone, you stay the same. It's safe, but it's also limiting. You can't discover your true potential in a place of ease. The comfort zone is a silent killer. It destroys dreams slowly because it convinces you that average is enough. But you were not created to live an average life. You were made to grow, to stretch, to challenge yourself, and to rise higher. And that will always require courage. Courage means showing up even when you're scared. It means trusting the process even when you can't see the results yet. Every time you push yourself a little further, you expand your capacity, you become stronger, wiser, more disciplined. The discomfort you feel today becomes the strength you'll rely on tomorrow. Think about it. Every skill you've ever learned, every victory you've ever achieved, started with uncertainty. You didn't know what you were doing, but you kept going until it made sense. That's growth in its purest form. There will be days when you question everything, when the struggle feels endless and progress seems invisible. In those moments, remind yourself that growth doesn't happen overnight. It's not instant gratification. It's a process of consistent effort. The discomfort you feel is not a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you're transforming. The caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly without struggle. The seed doesn't grow into a tree without breaking through the dirt. You, too, must go through seasons of pressure before you reach your potential. You will face people who doubt you, circumstances that break you, and failures that humble you. But each challenge is an invitation to grow. Life will keep testing you until you learn the lesson meant for you. The sooner you embrace discomfort as part of your journey, the faster you evolve into the person you're meant to be. Remember, courage isn't about being fearless. It's about feeling the fear and moving anyway. If you wait until you feel ready, you'll never start. Growth doesn't wait for perfect timing. It demands action. The moment you decide to take control of your life, to face your fears, to try again after failing, to speak up when it's easier to stay silent, that's the moment you begin to grow. Every courageous choice you make shapes your destiny. Discomfort will always be there, whispering that it's easier to quit, to give up, to go back to what's familiar. But growth lives on the other side of that voice. Every great achievement, every success story you admire was built on moments of doubt and fear that were conquered by courage. If you want to live a meaningful life, you must choose growth over comfort every single day. So, don't run from discomfort. Lean into it. Use it. Let it refine you. Because one day, you'll look back and realize that the moments that hurt the most were the moments that made you who you are. Growth is not meant to be easy. It's meant to be worth it. And it always is. Life is a single opportunity. Make it count. You are given one shot at this incredible, unpredictable journey called life. There are no rehearsals, no retakes, no restart buttons. Every sunrise that touches your face is a reminder that time is moving, that the clock is ticking, and that the opportunity you have today might not come again. The truth is, most people don't realize how short life really is until it's too late. They keep waiting, waiting for the perfect time, waiting for more confidence, waiting for someone to believe in them. But the perfect moment doesn't exist. The only moment you truly have is now. Every single second is a gift. Every breath is borrowed time. You can either spend it chasing purpose, chasing passion, chasing growth, or you can waste it living in fear and hesitation. Life rewards action, not intention. You can dream all you want, but until you take that first step, your dreams will remain trapped in your mind, locked away in the prison of what if. The difference between the life you want and the life you settle for is the courage to begin. Too often, people live like they have forever. They postpone their dreams, saying, "I'll do it next year," or "I'll start when I'm ready." But here's the truth: readiness is a myth. No one ever feels 100% ready to take a leap. You just have to jump. You have to trust that you'll learn to fly on the way down. Life isn't waiting for you to be perfect. It's waiting for you to be brave. Think about it. How many people die with their dreams still inside them? How many never write that book, never start that business, never say, "I love you," never travel to that place they've always imagined? They let fear steal their potential. They let comfort kill their calling. They let the noise of the world drown out the voice within that says, "You were made for more. You don't get a second chance at this. Once today is gone, it's gone forever." Every moment you spend complaining, doubting, or procrastinating is a moment you'll never get back. So stop waiting for permission to live. Stop waiting for the stars to align. Stop waiting for the right people to notice you. You already have everything you need: the heart, the mind, the strength to begin right where you are. Make your life a reflection of your values, not of your fears. Spend your energy on what matters. Invest your time in what makes you feel alive. Because one day, you'll look back and realize that the little things you ignored were actually the big things: the smiles, the chances you took, the time you spent with the people who mattered most. That's what gives life meaning. You see, life isn't about how long you live. It's about how deeply you live. You could live 80 years playing it safe, or you could live 20 years taking risks, chasing dreams, making mistakes, learning lessons, and leaving a mark that lasts long after you're gone. Fulfillment doesn't come from existing. It comes from experiencing. When you understand that life is temporary, you start to value every second. You stop holding grudges. You forgive faster. You love louder. You live freer. You stop chasing perfection and start appreciating progress. You stop worrying about what people think and start focusing on who you are becoming. Because when it's all said and done, people won't remember how much money you made or how popular you were. They'll remember how you made them feel, how you lived, and what you stood for. Every single day is a new chance to rewrite your story. It doesn't matter what you've been through, how many times you've failed, or how far you've fallen. What matters is that you get up. What matters is that you refuse to let yesterday's mistakes steal tomorrow's possibilities. You still have time. As long as you're breathing, you still have a chance to make something extraordinary out of your life. So take the trip. Start the business. Chase that dream. Tell that person how much they mean to you. Forgive yourself for the past. Do the things that scare you. Because in the end, fear will fade, but regret will haunt you forever. You have one life, just one. Make it meaningful. Make it powerful. Make it yours. Don't live like you have 1,000 years left. Live like today is the only day you've got. Make it count by giving your best, loving without limits, and standing up every time life knocks you down. You have one life, one heart, one chance. Use it to inspire, to create, to grow, to leave something behind that outlives you. Because when your time comes to an end, you won't be measured by what you had, but by what you gave, by the lives you touched, and the difference you made. So don't waste it. Don't settle. Don't just exist. Live with purpose, passion, and gratitude. Life is a single opportunity, and it's happening right now. Make it count.